Morning, everyone. We have two directors joining us virtually today. We've got Director Crompton joining us virtually. I will call this meeting to order for Wednesday, December 17th, our regional district board meeting. And I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge that we are here on the traditional territory of the Lillooet Nation. And our hearts and thoughts are with all of our communities as we deal with atmospheric rivers and flooding and landslides and road closures and climate change in our region. And so I am grateful to the stewards of this land for supporting what is happening in our region. So wanted to mention that, and I will ask before we approve the agenda, I would like to vary the agenda to bring forward items 10.4 and 10.5. We will bring those items forward before we deal with the closed agenda. So these are items that Director Demare wishes to speak to. And so if everyone is okay with varying the agenda in this way, I'll ask for an approval of the varied agenda. Moved by Director Mettengill, seconded by Director Herford. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. So we will deal with 10.4 at this time. This is a request for funding from Minto Communications Society for fiber installation in the Upper Bridge River Valley. Timely. And I will ask Director Demare if you have any questions for staff or if you have any comments to make.
Yeah, I'd like to make a comment to start with.
Okay.
Currently, Road 40 has been closed since Monday, and today the only area in our valley that has power is Gun Creek Road. So I'm running on a generator and wood heat. The Minto Communication and the following LitNet requests are related to big telecom organizations not taking advantage of available funding, as the customer base would not make it feasible for them in our rural areas. Thankfully, in the Northern SLRD, we have two organizations that have stepped up over the years and provided internet services for their areas. Minto Communication is a community-owned and operated nonprofit organization providing high-speed internet services since 2008. They have gone through many phases of improvements to where the system is now. The 2023 Downton Lake wildfire caused major damage to essential infrastructure. Despite these challenges, they adapted and made necessary changes to restore the system. This fiber optic cable project is the next step in making improvements to the performance and resilience of the system. The service area includes 5 areas in the Bridge River Valley with a reach of 405 households. The primary focus of this project is to significantly improve service throughout the valley, expand broadband access to additional households that currently can't receive service, increase capacity and eliminate reliance on less efficient and reliable radio systems, and improve resiliency in the event of an outage. The costs associated with this project are in the millions of dollars. The planned installation of fiber optic cable consists of 31.26 kilometers of aerial cable and 29.67 kilometers of buried cable, for a total of 60.93 kilometers. Grant funding programs do not cover all costs associated with the project, and to keep the project moving forward, they are seeking funding. I recommend to the board that we approve. I'll make the motion that we approve the request that they are looking for, $40,000 from SLRD area PILT funds.
Would you like to second that motion?
I would like to second it. Also, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, following that, then a staff, to staff, of course, I support funding of $40,000, and if it has to come from Area 8 PILT, so be it, but do we not have any other funds within, our budgets that would be appropriate for this request?
Great question, and as Director LaFrance and Deputy Director.
Funds, Director of Finance. There isn't any other funding that I could think of. It's not a service of the SLRD, so it's an outsourced, it's a third party that would provide the funding to. So committee respond would work. Not as easily as I shouldn't say it couldn't work. We could contact UBCM, but because it's a third party, now there's more restrictions on providing this funding. So I can't think of any other funding at the moment.
Thank you. That's too bad, but there it is. I know this organization will give us really top quality service, probably at the lowest possible price, so I'm definitely in favor of funding this. Thank you.
Okay, Director Pettengill, questions or comments?
Yeah, do these projects, are they sort of coordinating with First Nations where these lines are going, or do we have a role to help facilitate those sorts of discussions? Or
Who can answer that? Director Demare?
Yeah, this project is basically just a bridge over valley. The bandwidth that comes from the top of Mission Mountain, which that road is closed currently also, and it's wireless to a tower in over by Totten Lake, and then it gets transferred to over to another TELUS unit over by the Goldbridge Community Club. So it's quite complicated. We don't have any reserves in Area A, unfortunately, but yeah. So that's all I got to say about that. Thanks.
Okay, Director Burgess-Jones.
Just I know Lytton has a very good track record of working with a neighboring First Nation, so I'm pretty confident that they would do proper communication and consultation. That's just kind of in the way they do things.
Any other questions or comments from anyone? Okay, so the motion has been moved and seconded to support funding to Minto Communications of $40,000. Final comments? I'll ask, is anyone opposed? Seeing no one opposed, the motion carries unanimously. Thank you. And we'll now deal with 10.5, which is a request for a letter of support for LitNet, the highway cellular connectivity project. And did you want to speak to this one separately, Director Demare?
Yes, I approve of this, and I'd like to have Vivian speak to it too. This one here, over the years, we've had surveys done for cell service in the valley, and a number of the people didn't want it because they didn't want any new towers. In our area, there are 3 existing Minto towers that will be used for their transmission for the cell service, so which is really good. And the comment about servicing First Nations community, this one here, because it's in the Lytton and Lillooet area, will be servicing many First Nations communities. And one of the most important pieces of it is road safety and just safety in general, where if we have issues, we've got cell service in the valley. Thank you.
Thank you, Director Burgess-Jones.
Thank you. I'm just thrilled that LitNet is looking at doing this. And I know they've been working on it behind the scenes for a long time. And you can see, if you know the area anyway, the listing of communities that they're going to provide services to in neighborhoods, including many in Area B. These are really quite remote. And so this will really be a game changer for them, and might help with sort of overall economic development after, you know, safety first, but there's a whole bunch of other considerations like kids being able to study at school at home and so forth. So it's a really good news. This came in late and the turnaround time is like tomorrow. And so they did provide everything you need for a support letter, and I know staff have already looked at it, and I'm grateful for that. So, yeah, this is just what we're moving today is a support letter for Northern Development Initiative Trust. I'd be happy to move that.
Great.
Thanks.
Moved by Director Bertrand, seconded by Director Herford. Any further comments? Go ahead.
Yeah, happy to support this and trust my colleagues that these groups are doing the appropriate engagements on just in the future, it would be helpful just to have sort of an explicit acknowledgement of how you know, that we're living up to the standards in our guide.
Right.
First Nations would be helpful.
Thank you. And I will call the question. All in favor? Is there anyone opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Director Demare. And let us know. You can certainly call or text us, I hope. You don't lose cell service. But we'll keep you on as long as you possibly can. So with that, we will into our regular agenda as laid out, and could I ask that someone please move to close this meeting to the public under sections 91A, personal information, C, labor relations, and K, negotiations and related discussions. 92B, under the consideration of information received and held in confidence. B, 3, the consideration of information received and held in confidence to negotiations between municipality and a First Nation. So with that, I will call the question. All in favor?